Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. This one today is about Nancy, France. This was one of our layovers on our Interrail trip last summer, and we honestly stopped in so many different small places along the way that I contemplated whether or not to do this video, but I decided to do it because Nancy was so darn pretty. So we only had a couple hours on our layover, but we really decided to make the best of it. We Googled the top sightseeing places and headed straight for the historical monuments. We honestly didn't know too much about Nancy before we got there, but we're really glad that we ended up having a layover there. Nancy is a riverfront city in the northeastern French region of Grand Est. It is known for its late Baroque and Art Nouveau landmarks, some dating to its days as the former capital of the Duchy of Lorraine. Its focal point is the 18th century Place Stanislas. The grand square is decorated with gilded wrought iron gates and rococo fountains. I'll show you the Place Stanislas a little bit farther in the video, but this beautiful library, which is I believe the biggest library in Nancy, is right down the street from the train station. So this wasn't too far from where we were. The first cathedral was right across the street, so as soon as we got out of the train station, we were finding interesting things around the city. So here is the entrance to Place Stanislas. And honestly, I've seen so many beautiful things traveling around Europe, but there was nothing quite like this square. The square is part of the UNESCO listed 18th century architecture in the city, and this includes its three squares, the Carrière, Alliance, and Stanislas, which is said to be the most beautiful in the entire world. So the old town in Nancy is considered medieval, and honestly, everywhere you went felt like you were walking through some form of palace, the entrance of a palace, a garden, a museum, or just something royal.
Now that's a palace.
Normally, when we travel to different places, we have at least some kind of planning where, we know where we want to go or which direction to go in, but we honestly just walked around for the 2 hours, and besides hopefully coming across some of the beautiful historic sites that we looked up, we really didn't know which direction we were going in. So it was really beautiful surprises to have all these things pop up just as we turned around different random corners and different streets and just followed our instinctual directional drive, I guess. Until we got hungry, of course, and then we made our way to this really cool market. After we got something to eat, we headed back to the train station and got on our train to the next place on our Interrail trip. We was really a special little delay, and we're happy we stopped in Nancy.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. And if you have any comments or questions, leave them down below.